Another video. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we're watching the Vampire Diaries. Thank you for clicking on my video today. Just ignore this dirty little spot here, so I literally just woke up and it's there. Devastated. But last episode of the Vampire Diaries was an interesting one. Bonnet is back. She is now a roommate of Caroline and Elena. She's there, fully fledged human body in the university slash college, and we was told that she's no longer a witch, which I find very interesting. Is she just a normal person now? I'm just trying to figure out, is she just a normal person but the anchor, so that people can pass through to the other side? Because as we did see, she was sat down, she was talking to Jeremy, she looked over to the side, she seen an old woman, and she was getting a bit sketchy. She said that she had to leave and she walked off, and as she was walking, boom, the old woman come again in front of her, and she said, it's time. And then she touched her and Bonnie started going through the pain, obviously because she is transitioning from one side into the other. And Bonnie, you know, she's going to be suffering this quite a lot until they either figure out what's going on or how to cope with it. But it seems like it could be a problem into the future, because she was kissing Jeremy, you know. Yes, them two are back together, and they're getting some. Go on there, Bonnie. And yeah, as he was kissing, they looked over, Jesse was dead, and obviously Jesse died. He was a person that was getting into Caroline. He was the one that they first met when they first turned up at the college, and then he got attacked by Stefan. Then the teacher killed him, pretty much. He said, look, when he had him in the chair, he said, look, you have taken the first step to becoming a vampire. The first one is to get the vampire blood in your system, and this is step 2. Boom, hit him with a syringe, pretty much made him have a cardiac arrest. He died. As he woke up, he had him strapped to a gurney, a table, and he was pretty much doing experiments on him. That's what this guy, he seems like a madman. He's working for kind of like a council called Augustine, and it seems like I think it's called Augustine because the main guy, he is a vampire, and they was doing subjects, testing subjects, and he was one of them, Jesse. He's giving him different blood. Then he did become a different type of vampire. He become one that wants to feed on other vampires, which to me is fascinating, because only we've seen ones that want to kill humans, and Stefan, he's been able to eat animals. And now this teacher, he's using different blood genetics to change the coding so that they attack themselves, like they become the prey and the predator. And it's mad that, because we've seen he ended up biting Caroline, and I think because he likes Caroline, he ended up bouncing. You know, he didn't want to get into her and kill her, but he couldn't help it. When he went to the teacher to start asking him what the hell's he done to him, Damon was there. He had his hand cut Damon, because Damon was torturing him, trying to get this information out of him. What is it you're doing, where you're at, you know, why have you got people in, chaining people up? Damon also found out that test subject, it was like 12244 or something, was Augustine, and he started giving him flashbacks. Maybe it looks like Damon was possibly a test subject as well back in the day, because he said he was like 20532 or something. And yeah, so Elena told him not to kill the doctor, because Aaron, that's his legal guardian, and because he's had a shit time in his life, he's got no parents. Elena can kind of relate, because she's been through loads of bad stuff as well. You know, all her family have died, all her guardians, all her friends. So she literally told him, she said, look, no matter what you do, please don't kill him. So as Damon was about to feed him, Jesse come in, seen the blood, attacked Damon. They was fighting. Damon was like, grabbed his neck, he's like, mate, has this guy not told you I'm older, I'm stronger than you? He was like, that's not really the case. So I'm assuming that either the change in genetics or the Augustine's blood, he's the older vampire. Jesse started attacking him, he was winning, he ended up biting Damon. Elena come along, saved the day, she stabbed him, she actually killed Jesse, which I'm kind of disappointed about, but I'm not going to blame her at all. She had to do what she had to do to save Damon. Caroline was a bit pissed, she was like, the old Elena would never have done this. Kind of annoyed me that a little bit, because obviously she's seen the situation. It wasn't like Elena just waltzed over and killed him for no reason. She was trying to protect the person that she loves. So I'm going to give her a pass on that. And yeah, then Damon ended up getting locked up at the end of the episode. He was going back in to torture the teacher again. He ended up escaping. Pressed the Vervain button on the wall, it come down, he stood there, he was laughing, and then he put him in a cell, and it had DS on the DS53, I think it had on the stone. So maybe that's Damon's cell that he's had before. So that is interesting. That's where we currently are. I want to thank every single person that supported this series and supporting the originals. Patreon in the description below, you get the free episode. Thanks so much for supporting the channel, everybody, and let's jump into today's episode.
This whole boarding house thing doesn't pan out. can always turn it into a high-class brothel.
When's the last time you two spoke?
I am the one that abandoned him on a train platform in the middle of World War II.
Sorry about the vervain, Damon.
Oh, fucking wound though.
Well, now I won't have to pay him.
What the hell are you doing to me?
I lost a test subject last night, and you're gonna replace him.
He's literally, man, this guy has picked the worst vampire to try and transition into his test subject. He's going to do all he can to kill him.
Stefan saved me from killing myself. Now he's got me on suicide watch. Deep thoughts, mortal coil, blah, blah, blah. What kind of sentimental idiot writes down everything they feel? Well, this whole neurotic granny vibe doesn't exactly make me want to live.
I'm trying to make sure you don't kill yourself.
And how are you going to do that? You know, since you're still having your little panic attacks.
I am dealing with it.
I know. I mean, I heard you.
So does this mean you want to live?
No, it means that I can't work with people who can't give me 100%. And so I may have called her back up.
I'm your sober sponsor, and I heard that you needed help.
Oh, mate, his flashbacks.
Don't worry, I sanitized it.
Aaron, hey.
Hey, so you heard? Jesse's dead. He killed himself last night. Campus security came by to tell me.
What's up with this college? It's supposed to be different.
After everything you've been through, everything that you've lost, I would want to start over too. Not the right person to be getting advice from.
You're not here about Jesse. Why are you here?
Last night you told me that Wes was your legal guardian.
Yeah, after my Aunt Sarah died. You see what I'm talking about?
Another death.
Everyone around me ends up dead.
The thing is, my boyfriend Damon went to talk to Wes last night, and no one's really seen or heard from either of them since, and I was hoping that maybe you can help me find Wes.
Yeah.
Oh, I kind of like how she just said my boyfriend. You know, I don't think I've ever seen them say that to each other, because I was saying, I think in the last episode, that, you know, he could read the vibes wrong, because she does give off interesting vibes as if she's like fully into him. But yeah, she just released this information here and he didn't act in any way, so it might have just been common knowledge. I might have missed it.
Didn't end well for the last Augustine. Bad karma by holding me. Dr. Whitmore wasn't much for conversations. I would like a free checkup. You're gonna let me go.
I'm wearing vervain. It's for the advancement of science.
The hell are you talking about?
Your blood heals others, your body heals itself.
Wow.
Jesse was proof that my research goes far beyond that. I trained him to crave vampire blood instead of human blood.
Is it me right, as does that teacher, yeah? He just has one of those faces that you would love to give a swift hook to, honestly. Like, literally, when I just look at him and hear him talk, he just annoys me, which is good for his character. He's doing it well. He's actually playing his role to perfection.
Do you believe what campus security told you? Don't you think it's weird that both of your friends committed suicide before the first semester was even over? Which is why none of this makes sense. She was murdered. And Wes forged her death certificate. I did some digging.
Let's find him first. I want to hear his side of the story.
You know, when you said that Wes was probably doing research, I didn't realize it would be here.
What are you waiting for? Come in.
So who owns this place?
Sound like a douche, but technically, I do. Usually when people find out that my name's Aaron Whitmore, they...
Wait, hold on. Your last name's Whitmore? Do you, like, own this school?
And Gilbert was one of the best doctors the Augustines ever had.
What the hell?
Ah, that's interesting. The guy just did it right in front of Aaron.
It's like she also thought that Damon was good boyfriend material.
No, I see. I agree with Stefan there. I did say at the start, like, I agree with what he said. Damon, Elena done what she had to do. I understand Caroline said she thought he had to do it. Maybe she could have stabbed him somewhere else, but I'm not going to blame Elena for doing what she done to save Damon.
You tried to deal with it your own way, and you failed. We're gonna try it my way.
Get in there.
You know that this is kidnapping, right?
That was more like a tranquilizer. I had to make sure Megan's death didn't draw attention to my work.
Your work. You study infectious disease transmittal.
I study vampire, and Elena Gilbert is one of them. Your family pioneered it. Your dad trained me in it. If your father died, the Whitmore Trust continued to fund my research. This is what your family fought for.
It's interesting. That is actually interesting.
Wes injected you with vervain. Maybe when it wears off, we'll be able to break through these. Wes is carrying out the grand Augustine tradition.
Sounds like weak, Damon. Sounds like vulnerable.
Someone in my family sold me out to the Augustines in 1953, and he had quite the imagination. You kept me in this very cell. Don't think I haven't appreciated the irony.
And how did you not go crazy?
I made a friend.
How interesting is that, mate? 5 years. Who's his friend?
Dr. Whitmore never gets tired of watching us vampires heal. Pick yourself up, soldier. My name's Enzo.
Soldier in Europe during World War II. He'd been here for 10 years by the time I joined the party.
He'd live for the future. In my future, my revenge will start with killing Whitmore's dog and mailing it to his house. Picture your revenge.
Yeah, I can see it.
Wes knew my dad. They worked together. I know that my dad was a vampire hunter. But he was also the town doctor. He wouldn't be part of a place that would cut your eyes out.
People are full of surprises.
Innit?
Oh, so sorry I got you caught up in this. Hey, I will get you out of here.
Right, I kind of want this Enzo guy to come and appear later on in the season, like a vampire who's a soldier. Yeah, that would be absolutely sick. Like, I feel like that'd be a great mix for a character, a guy who's got loads of morals. It's kind of like Elijah, yeah, but like a warrior. It'd be good to get someone like that in.
Do you even know what you're doing?
Have you two ever, you know?
No, I don't. Oh my god, Catherine!
That wasn't exactly a yes or a no.
In vivo exposure gradually introduces elements of prior trauma.
Caroline? Caroline?
He needs to get over the root of his problem. So how do you help the guy who always comes to the rescue? He can't always come through for himself, but he can always come through for everyone else.
Enzo's friendship kept me alive, even when I thought I'd be a prisoner forever.
Any other interests? Fine wines, travel, cars?
Oh, the girl I was trying to impress is a horse and carriage type girl.
Or just one girl?
Never met another one like her. What about you?
Too many to count. Actually, there was one.
Where'd you meet her?
Here, of all places. She was working for Dr. Whitmore. She was kind to me. She was also stunningly beautiful. For the longest while, she didn't realize that Dr. Whitmore was doing more than just observing my behavior. I didn't have the heart to tell her.
Oh, it's mad that,
When she
innit?
finally realized what was going on here, she couldn't bear it, and she left.
Never really would have worked anyway. You're a vampire. She's a human.
I'm liking this guy. I do like him.
Seem to have more energy.
I'll take that as an insult. More energetic than my neighbor here.
I don't understand why that Enzo couldn't have just attacked him just then. It's mad, like, it actually is.
Why are you doing this to us?
Because 21051, I'm seeking out the smallest indivisible unit of your biological makeup.
Oh my god, Damon. Stefan's gonna figure this out.
Points for optimism.
But you were here for 5 years.
Yeah, in the first year I thought he'd rescue me. I never told him what happened here.
And it makes him look weak, doesn't it? That's why.
How did you do it?
Yeah, shows.
They let us out of the basement once a year. New Year's Eve, the Augustine people had a little cocktail party with a vampire buffet on the side.
It's
Half starved
mental.
and living on a glass
Honestly,
of
look
blood
at
a
him.
day.
They like trophies.
Chained up like animals.
Belle has generously offered her hand for the purpose of this demonstration. Fully healed, no nerve damage, no muscular damage.
Can we just say that I know, like, we've watched 5 seasons of that, and we all know that can happen. But if you physically seen that in real life, that would be mad, wouldn't it? Literally, imagine, like, have you seen it when Apple first introduced the iPhone, and he's like, all you have to do to unlock it is swipe, and he literally swipes it, and the whole crowd's like, whoa, do you know what I mean? That's literally what it would be, like, revolutionary. The whole world would literally just go, what? Instantly.
That's how Enzo came up with his plan.
Well, the thing about a daily ration of blood, barely enough for one vampire to survive on. If one vampire were to drink 2 rations,
Oh, he
by the
sacrificed
time
himself.
New Year's Eve comes round again, that one vampire will be ready to fight. We've just got to choose between us. We're gonna play scissors, paper, stone to decide.
Paper covers rock.
A win's a win. You'll lead the way.
Cheers.
I would take it every other day, like a bit of it, just to keep his strength going. What a guy.
Did it work?
Doesn't matter, Elena.
Your birthday present. This belonged to your great-grandfather.
For very much.
Anna Ruby Campground. That's where my parents died. It wasn't an animal attack, was it?
I found you next to their bodies. That's why I continued your father's work. I hope you'll join me.
Oh, check this geezer. You know what? I did not expect that. The guy's got, like, morals, you know. He's probably one of those people that just because one vampire's bad, yeah, doesn't mean the whole entire species is bad. Do you know what I mean? You need better people. Do you know what? I'm judging him off that one little action, but you need people like that in the world, yeah? Just because you hate somebody doesn't mean your kid has to hate someone and your friend has to hate someone. And just because his family was all for going against and torturing people doesn't mean this Aaron has to go and torture people. So I actually like the twist in that. I didn't expect it. Especially after he's just shown him that he saved his dad and he told him that vampires killed his parents. I mean, he saved him after his parents was killed, and then his parents were killed from vampires, and the guy still reacted in that way. So it's fascinating to me. It really is. And I still think that, I wonder if it was Damon that smoked this guy's family off. And also, please show me Damon escaping. And I hope that guy as well, his teammate who gave him the blood, I hope he's alive as well.
Try not to be mad at me.
She locked herself in there.
It was the only way.
Let me out of here!
When you get mad, you get anxious and
kill
violent,
people.
and you rip people's heads off.
You're risking your life.
I'm already dying, you idiot. You're the one who wants to keep me alive.
I can't be in here. Please.
You have to tell me how you got out of here, Damon.
You don't want to know, Elena.
Damon, I love you.
How many
I love
people
you,
did he kill?
And these people tortured you for 5 years.
The Augustine's next party was in 1958. He starved himself. I got stronger from all the extra blood.
We toast the new year, the glass of vampire blood.
Oh, he's not going to go and save him, is he?
We gotta get out of here.
When I would have burned up or they would have captured me again, there's no way I would have ever gotten another chance to escape.
Damon.
I'm sorry, Enzo. I was gonna save myself. I had to stop caring about it. So I turned off my emotions.
Don't leave me here.
Oh shit, it's ruthless, mate. Fuck yeah. Okay, so that is a tough situation. Now, me, you know, everyone's going to say, oh, it's because you love Damon, but you can't really blame him, man. The guy won fair and square the deal, went out, successfully killed everybody, but then accidentally the place got set on fire. He trying everything that he could to save the guy, grabbing the bars, doing whatever he can do to try and save him, and unfortunately, it wasn't going to happen. So what do? Do you stand around and die yourself, or do you have to do you leave him? You know, it's a tough decision, and obviously I'm not going to blame Damon for making that choice. It's a bit ruthless though. That guy Enzo, I thought he was a decent guy. For some reason now, I've got a funny feeling that I'm sure they said that this Augustine, this council, whatever group, have got a vampire. Sure they did that, and if someone's heading it, maybe it's that geezer Enzo. For some, do you know what I mean? I'm just gonna throw that out there. It's probably miles off, but whoever's in charge, I would like to see them, because obviously we got Aaron now. He's found out, he's not happy with it. He's clocked at doctor. You know, he's took his gun, he's ran off. Maybe he's going down to save Damon and Elena now. But yeah, I'm pretty devastated if that's how Enzo died, because he seemed like he was a nice guy.
I feel like I'm dying.
So I've been using this time to think. I think you're miserable about the fact that she chose Damon over you, and yet somehow you keep finding excuses to stay in Mystic Falls.
I'm gonna kill you.
Good. Oh, that's fine. I think this is healthy.
Any reason you chose to have this conversation with me locked in a safe?
So that I can show you that the safe isn't the problem. Easier for you to focus on the physical pain than the emotional heartbreak of Elena leaving you. Let's bring you back to the present, shall we? Are you going to feed on me?
This is intense. No, is she gonna kiss him? Oh, I thought she was gonna kiss him. Go on, Katherine.
We're together.
Oh, I'm pretty gutted, me.
It was so quiet, I got worried.
I wanted that. I did want it. Said it, man. Doppelgangers dragged together, fate.
You made it out alive.
I want him to whisk her away now. Just fucking whisk Katherine away, man. I loved it. I love it. I love Katherine. Like, literally, she's having a fucking mint season. I don't want her to die. I've said it so many times. I'm literally like a broken record. Just because Stefan can't be with Elena, yeah? He could be with Elena and Katherine. You know, Katherine was his first love. It's destiny. You know, doppelgangers are brought together. They are the pairing. Get them as one, mate.
I had no idea what Wes was doing. I didn't even know there was a basement down here.
Slick hands, cowboy.
Yeah, well, I've never used a gun before. I've never killed anyone either. Wes said a vampire killed Megan.
You just-
Wes also said that a vampire killed my parents.
Not the one that killed your parents.
What's fucking Damon?
That was all me.
I called it about 3 episodes ago.
Start talking.
After the fire, Enzo was dead. So I had to take on my revenge plan solo. After I take out the entire Augustine society, I'll kill every member of the Whitmore family. Except one person. I'll let that person grow up and start a family, leaving only one person to carry on the name. And then I'll take out the generation after that.
Please stand by it, Damon.
So on.
How many Whitmores have you killed?
I lost count.
Elena's
Who was
listening.
the last one?
Months ago, I had to go all the way to Charleston to find her.
But we were together a few months ago.
Starting the summer of our lives.
Shit, Damon's sick of it.
A little help here.
You know, for the record, I only broke one of these. So I guess you were right all along. I need to move on. Honest with you, I never know exactly what you're doing.
Sometimes I don't either.
Innit? No one does, mate. She's lingering. I love it. She still goes for it every time. She's literally the alpha. Get in there, mate. Her ears are flapping.
Call me as soon as you get
Oh, fuck you, wait, I'll be bouncing.
Are the friends gonna come after me? I mean, do I need to drop out?
Be fine.
You need to wear that, don't you? I wonder how Elena's going to react after she's heard that. I think he's possibly let her out.
Elena. Elena!
Oh, is this the doctor? Who's that?
Go.
Oh, get in there.
12144.
Oh, he's been there for like, what? 40 years? Wow, Enzo, mate. He's been there for like 70 years or something. I wonder how he's going to react when he sees Damon. Oh, that's a tough one. I said that he might be the head of the council. I was defo wrong, wasn't I? Like, he's still a subject, mate. He's still a subject. That guy's been through some shit, mate. That's going to wrap up today's episode. Thanks for clicking on my video and staying around to the end. I really appreciate it. The backstory of Damon and Enzo was fascinating. I love anything that drops you back into like a psych ward. Like I was saying, the what is it? We had the American Horror Story when he went back into the psych ward there. People was doing experiments on them. That was absolutely sick. I love anything that people are trying to get information of people as test subjects. Always doing stuff. Damon, boom, mate, stabbed in the eyes. Absolutely crazy. We had Enzo. He lost a bet. He gave Damon his side of the blood, let him get stronger. Damon managed to free himself, went on the attack, killed everybody. Couldn't manage to save Enzo. You know, it is absolutely brutal. He turned off his humanity switch and he left, let him burn to death. Well, that's what we thought anyway. I did throw the opinion out that maybe he somehow survived and he is a leader of the council now, the Augustine now. Obviously it wouldn't make much sense that would happen because obviously he's gone from a test subject to a person in charge, but there is a vampire that's the head of that, and we still haven't seen who that is, and they've got some mad blood as well because that is what the doctor's been using to try and mix or try and find a cure for, or well, whatever he's doing. He said that test subject had different blood than everybody else. And then we've got Elena listening to Damon after he's saying that he's went and killed all of the Whitmores, and he promised Enzo, didn't he? Enzo was like, focus on something that you're going to do when you get out of here. Damon said, mate, he's going to kill every single person in that bloodline. He's going to leave one left, and then when they grow up, they get a family, he's going to come back, he's going to kill all of them again, rinse and repeat. And that's what he's been doing for the past 50 years. And the last one was like 3 weeks ago called Sarah. And I mean, I'm sure I heard the name Sarah somewhere else in this episode before, but I'm not too sure. Was it the person Enzo said he loved? I can't quite remember. But Elena was like, what do you mean you killed someone? We was together 3 months ago. He's like, well, yeah, you know, on our breaks I still bounced off, killed a few people, come back, you know, big whoop-de-doo, no dramas. I thought he was going to say he actually killed her roommate, Megan. That would have been fascinating. But we're still not seeing Elena's dad. We've seen him in the picture, though, in the Whitmore house. And Aaron, he's a Whitmore. He owns a whole school campus. So, I mean, that's interesting. He didn't really side with the doctor when he found out that there was vampires. And he said that it's his destiny to go and kill them. He kind of clocked him and then went down in there and tried to seek answers for himself. But he's took Elena and dropped her on the bed anyway and tied her up. Or he's either done it or he just left her and someone else has gone down and taken her. But Damon's been down there and shot. What I'm absolutely loving is the fact that Katherine and Stefan are getting together. I mean, Catherine's absolutely sick this season. She's just literally the alpha, no matter if she's a dominant as a vampire or as a human. She literally takes charge, takes the lead. She doesn't know ifs and buts about it. She just goes in and gets whatever she wants. Her and Stefan, the original doppelgangers, well, not the original, but our original ones, drawn together as nature intended to. They was first loves back in 1864. and now they could be rekindling it again. You know, Damon can't have Elena, but he can have Katherine, his one true love, or his first love, and the one that looks like Elena. Is kind of a win-win anyway. You know, I think Katherine's actually sick this season. Her information that she's dropping here, there, and everywhere. I want her to stay alive. I'll be disappointed if she dies, but I think she is possibly going to die towards the end. We didn't get any Bonnie or Jeremy after she's successfully come back. But that's no dramas, because I did enjoy the backstory. Now, I'm fully... bless me. I'm fully excited for what's to come with this story, and how Elena's going to react with Damon after she's found out that he's been doing all these secret killings on the side. You know, that is actually really fascinating, and I think that it could impact... I don't know if it could impact the relationships, but maybe some trust issues that Damon's doing things behind the back without telling us. So I'm thoroughly excited to see the avenue that we go down with this, because I actually do not know what the storyline might do. Are we going to get DNA transferred over? Are we going to get vampires who want to feed on vampires again? We're going to even get more like genetically involved ones. You know, what is this guy made? The guy's been a test subject for the past like 70 years. Is he stir crazy? And like, what happens to him if he gets saved? You know, there's loads of answers, loads of questions. I can't wait to find out. So if you did enjoy today's video, please smash a like on the button. It really helps out the channel. Subscribe if you're new. Thanks for clicking on my video, and as always, I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers, guys.